Hi, my name is Iga and you're watching Pixie and the Notes. Today I prepared a video about my favorite sensual, erotic fragrances. Fragrances that make me blush or make my mind wander in a very particular direction. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. You can find on YouTube a lot of videos with the most sexy fragrances, drive him crazy, make her go wild and whatnot. And very often when I watch them, I can see fragrances that are extremely sweet, very often gourmandy, and definitely for me, sexiness, sensuality, doesn't smell like don't smell like cupcakes or candy. For me, a fragrance to be sensual, to be erotic, it has to have something slightly kinky, rough, and dirty about it. Because let's be honest, sensuality, intimacy, eroticism, they don't smell like candy. Am I right? So you won't find sweet gourmandy fragrances in this list. I also prepared a mood board for each fragrance because I find it difficult to describe fragrances like this, and I feel that sometimes words can fall flat and images can speak more than words. So I'll say only a few words about each scent and let the images convey what I want to convey. So without further ado, let's get started. First fragrance on my list is a fragrance I don't own and I don't wear, and this is Dior by this is Fahrenheit by Dior, and this is a fragrance that make my knees weak when I smell it on a man. And for some reason the leather here, the petrol-like leather, almost peppery roughness, give this fragrance this very confident yet elegant yet slightly dangerous vibe, and I find it extremely appealing and extremely sexy. So yeah, Dior, Fahrenheit. So the next fragrance on my list is Shampoo Noir by Olfactive Studio. And I don't own this bottle, I only have a decant, and Shampoo Noir means a dark room. And this is a very accurate name because when I smell this fragrance, I get this dimmed light, leather couch, two bodies in a very intimate embrace, and things get hot and steamy. Leather here smells almost rubbery, almost latex-like, and this combined with slightly sweet plum really appeals to me. So yeah, Shampoo Noir by Olfactive Studio. Next fragrance is Visa by Robert Piguet. Here we have patchouli and peach, and this peach is very ripe and very voluptuous. And this fragrance is quite straightforward. It has this unmistakable kinkiness to it. When I smell it, I get the picture of this woman that is very confident, very comfortable in her own skin, very comfortable with her own sexuality. She is not intimidated and not shy to express it, and she can be very straightforward with it. And yeah, this is something that this fragrance conveys to me. It also has this almost boudoir powderiness about it. So as you can imagine, all these things combined, yeah, they put it into a very sensual picture. Another fragrance tells a little bit different story. This is Perles de Lalique by Lalique. Here we have patchouli and rose, and this fragrance has a very interesting duality about it, because when I smell it, I imagine this woman that on the outside is almost intimidating and cold, but she's extremely intriguing, and you can see in her eyes that there is some mischief, that she's up to no good. And that's very fascinating and intriguing. So yeah, Perles de Lalique by Lalique. So the fragrances I discussed so far, I don't have full bottles of, but my top 3 I own. And number 3 is Shalimar by Guerlain, the EDP version. And Shalimar is epitome of confident, mature sensuality. It's a woman that has her shit together. She doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. She just owns it. It's a beautiful mix of leather, citrus, dry vanilla, and some animalic notes. I think there is civet in here, of course. Nowadays it's probably something synthetic. But it's dense, it's rich, but there is something very erotic about this fragrance, and whenever I wear it, I feel extremely sensual and extremely I feel like a queen. So this is Shalimar. And the last 2 fragrances are the fragrances that made me record this video in the first place. So they are like my top most sensual fragrances I own. Number 2 is Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. I see people describing it as a very elegant scent that they wear to work, but with all seriousness, I can't imagine wearing it to work. I would find it highly inappropriate. I would be okay. I smell too sexy for this environment. Here we have mainly gardenia, musk, and vetiver. And in short, for me, this smells like this smooth, creamy white, aroused, musky female skin. Yeah, and the musk here is quite, it's not super clean, but it's not dirty, but it has this very intimate facet, and I absolutely love this. And my absolute number 1 is Mitsuko Eau de Toilette by Guerlain. Yeah, this fragrance does things to me. And it has this fatty, waxy peach with oak moss, vetiver, some spices, and overall it almost has this salty effect. I don't know how to describe it, but again, I imagine a female skin, warmed up female skin, aroused female skin in bed sheets after some mischief. There is something very intimate about it, and very very erotic. And I think when I was reading about this on Fragrantica, I think I found a comment somewhere that probably a lot of children were conceived thanks to Mitsuko. And I can totally see that. I'm speaking about eau de toilette specifically because, and I'm referring to it as a female skin, because this, compared to EDP, is more feminine. EDP has more masculine vibe. Here, it smells like a woman to me. And interesting thing is that when I started preparing for this video, and I started looking at the notes in individual fragrances, I discovered that there is like a recurring theme to this list, and certain notes that keep recurring. And for me, it's patchouli, vetiver, leather, oak moss, some spices. Sometimes it's also a violet leaf. I'm wondering, do you have fragrances like this that take a special place and take you on this trip? Do you have favorite, most sensual notes? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.